Hi, welcome to my channel Takniki Gyan Guru. Today we will discuss how to deploy a .NET Core web application to IIS server using Jenkins pipeline from GitHub to repo. So half of the portion we have already discussed in earlier videos where we have created a .NET sample .NET application, and then we create a Jenkins pipeline. Using the Jenkins pipeline we have built the .NET Core application and publish into some folder, right? So post that we will discuss how we can get this folder and then deploy to the IIS server. So today we will configure the IIS server manually, but definitely we'll come back with a video where we'll configure the IIS using some automation tool like Ansible, right? Configuration management tool, so that the manual portion will also be automate, right? So today some of the portion are automated, some of the portion are manual. So the configuring the IIS server is manual. So let's understand. So the user, we will develop a code for Visual Studio Code, .NET, and this is web application, simple student management system, and this will be pushed into the GitHub. And Jenkins, we will pull the code from the GitHub, we will build the code. Test is not there, but we mentioned test into the Jenkins pipeline, publish code, and finally we'll deploy our code to the IIS. Is the partial CIA and CD pipeline, because it's still not automated pipeline. It is manually will trigger, right? So this portion we have, and then we will publish our core application to the server, the Artifactory server. Today we have already discussed, we push our artifact into the local directory, right? To this one we have already discussed and given a demo on this. So further to this, let's discuss how we can proceed, right? So we will we will have some Windows server where we will first of all install or configure the IIS, and then we will deploy this artifact to the IIS server. Before that we will also create a virtual directory or website inside the IIS, and then we will create a application pool as well, where inside the application pool the website will run, right? And once we will enable, then we will create the website, and then we will deploy our application to the IIS, and then we will check the application is working or not. So for the this enabling and creating website is still manual. I'll show you how to create manually, but we will come back with a video where we will configure this whole portion into the using some automation tool like Jenkins, Ansible, right? So let's see how we can move further. So this is the time to demo. Mentioned the how we can deploy our core application to the to the IIS using the Jenkins pipeline. Also we I have already pushed all my code, Jenkins code, .NET application, everything is already pushed into the GitHub repository. You can directly go and download and test. So https colon slash slash github.com takniki gyan guru. So go and download if you want to replicate the same pipelines and the application to your server. I have a virtual machine, so I'll connect the virtual machine manually, and then we'll enable Windows R. Click Windows R and type MST SC and type enter. Will open the remote desktop connection. You can also press the Windows command and type RDC. That will also show you the RDC, remote desktop connection. So this is my machine name. I would want to connect. It is asking for credential and password. So the username is Takniki Gyan Guru. Password I will type as per your machine. You can type your own password. Okay, I would say yes. Now we are into the virtual machine. You can see here. Let's check the IIS is installed or not. Windows R and say um, inet manager, inet mgr. inet mgr will open the inet manager. So it because the IIS is not installed, then it's showing us the Windows cannot find this one inet mgr. So how we can enable it, right? So to enable this, we need to go to the control panel, Windows, search control panel, and here you can see the program. You have to go to the program and features and turn Windows feature on or off, right? Click on this one and this will open a Windows feature dialog box where we have to enable. I have installed 4.8 advanced service, so .NET framework is required. So click this one. WCF services is not required. If as per your requirement, you can check whatever you want to, or enable whatever you want to enable in your system, and go down and then you can find the Internet Information Service, IIS. Click on the plus button. FTP server I don't want. Web management server we want this one. Let's check everything over here. Right, so IIS I want www. It's not required, but let's check this one also. .NET 4.8. Okay, so almost done. Anything else we can check? Nothing else. Click OK. So the Windows complete request means the IIS is installed. Let's close, and again Windows R inet mgr, run it. Yeah, now you can see IIS is installed and configured. Let's check if anything is there. So you can see there is a default website. Now you can press Windows R and again type inet mgr, and you can see the IIS is installed now. Now expand this inside. There will be one default site available. So we have to create our own site. So how we can create? Let's right click on site and click on add website. Here you have to give a name of your site. Let's say core app. Yeah, The application pool is creating a new core app. Let's check core app and we'll change this application pool needs to be changed. So let it be core app. Physical path. Let's go to D and inside D you can create a new folder and say core app. Inside the D we have the core app. Click here and say OK. Right? So D core app, and this will work on 80 port. Let's say 80 port it will work, and now I think the configuration is done. We don't want any domain name or something. We'll run in using localhost or the IP address. We'll check the IP address. So let's click OK. Binding is signed to another. Okay, understood. We can give another 80 port, right? It is still stop because the default website is still working on 80 port. So let's disable it. How to disable or stop this one? Click on default website and stop it, and click on core app and start. Yeah. One more thing we have to configure the application pool. Go to the application pool. We have created a core app application, this one, and go to the advanced setting. You can see the .NET CLR version in 4.0, right? We don't want it, we want the no manage code. So this is required, right? So once we say .NET CLR version is basically .NET framework kind of application. It is built on traditional .NET application. So we are working on core application, so we will give no manage code and click on OK. So this core app application pool is no manage code, right? So that means this application, there are multiple application can work in different pool, right? So this application will work inside this pool. Well, we can also discuss what is the application pool later. If somebody wants to get more details, just ping, comment me. I'll definitely guide you. So the application is done. Now, if we can go and check the browser from my site, you can say 192.168. 192.168.1.1. This is the IP address of my um, virtual machine. So it is still can't see anything, right? Because the application is not deployed. So now let's this is done, right? So let's go to the virtual machine again. We have created a virtual path. If you can see the advanced setting, go to the advanced setting and see we have deployed our application. The physical path of our application is D core app. So if you go to D and core app, so now we are in the folder. Now you can see the uh, application, see the core app, right? D folder core app. Now this should be shared folder. I will share it so that it can be accessed and we can deploy our application to this folder. So let's go to the property, right click and go to property, sharing, share to this one. This is the user, and you can share it, and it is shared folder. Right now, if you go and if now we'll go to our this one, GitHub. This is already I have shown you in GitHub. We have the application already running. Web app in the last video I have shown you. So what we'll do is today we'll just change some of the thing in uh, the the Jenkins file. Let's say this is our .NET Core hyphen SMS. So I have already given you the GitHub URL, github.com Takniki Gyan Guru. This is the URL. You can go and download all our application. Right. So click on .NET Core hyphen MS. I'll change here. Right. Today I'm not going to change the code or the application using the git command or any other editor tool. I'll change the file here only. Just clicking Jenkins file, and you can see last time we have discussed the checkout here. The application will be downloaded, then build. Inside the build, uh, we .NET build command will build our application, and now .NET test, we don't have the test cases, so it will just skip this one, and publish will publish our build folder to the .publish folder, right? So this publish folder, inside everything from this folder, we have to we have to deploy from here to the shared folder I have shown you. Now let's move to the folder, and you can see if we can type this one. This is the application, the our this one, right? So laptop, this one is the virtual machine, right? So I have to give the this name to access this folder. I have to give the username and password. So this is the username and password, and click on this. See, the core is now shareable, right? So inside this core app, we need to push our code to here only, then the application will work, right? So let's go to the URL again, and we will have the copy command from here, stage, create one more stage over here. I'm just changing here, so we have to edit. Click here, edit in place, go down. After publish, we have to create another stage, right? Here in this stage I'm saying deploy, and in the deploy section I have the code ready. I'll just copy and paste over here. Let me paste over here and then discuss, right? So what we are doing, so to access my folder, the share folder, I have to give the uh, permission, right? User ID and password, so that until I have uh, until I am not giving, I am giving the credentials, till then it will show you the unauthorized access to the folder. So we have to give the user ID and password so that the folder can be opened and push our code to that folder. So for this we need to use with credentials, username, password. So username, password, we have the credentials ID. So we will create a credentials over there, and password variable, it will automatically take the password and username. So we have to give the user credential id. So how we'll create a credential, I'll show you right away. And let's understand the code first. So this will get the credentials. Then we are executing the powershell command. In the powershell, we are getting the credentials over here. New object, system management automation dot ps credentials is will, we have to pass the password and username, the credential username and credential password over here, right? Credential username and credential password. So based on this, it will get the credentials, create a credentials variable, and then uh, we'll create a new drive, right? We are just giving a name like Z, or you can give any other name like A B C D X Y Z. Let's say I'm giving X. If you give the X, right? So new drive X, and it is PS provider file system root, right? So we are giving the file, the location of the file, the folder, right, where we need to deploy. This is the shareable folder. So this is the virtual machine name, and here we will pass core app. Just now we create a folder, right? Core app. So this is the laptop name, or you can give the IP address also, and this is the folder name. Versus credential, we get the credential from here, put the credentials here, and copy item. Now we will copy item like slash path. This is the publish folder, and inside the publish folder we are copying everything to the destination. Destination is what? X. We create a new drive like X. Inside the X we have the path of the destination, right? The laptop folder destination. So I'm just giving mentioning uh, the shareable folder path to here, X colon slash force, right? So this will copy or all my file from our local publish folder to the the uh, the shared folder, and then we can remove the drive Z. We need to say X because we created the X. So this is the change our code. Update with deploy application. Okay, now say commit. So this is done. So this will just copy from here to, we'll see the credential id. Let's go. uh, this is credential id, right? So this is for the Jenkins, right? This is Jenkins pipeline. So now move to our Jenkins. In the Jenkins, you can see we have already created one application .NET Core SMS, right? So this we have already given the demo on this. We'll go to the this pipeline. If you want, I can explain again, right? And the configure is 17 Jan, right? This has been run 17 January. Now you can see the GitHub Takniki Gyan Guru .NET Core -sms.git. This is the same URL, right? You can see this is the same URL, GitHub Takniki Gyan Guru .NET Core SMS. So here is, it will download the code from this URL, right? Repository URL, and credentials we have given for the Jenkins, for the GitHub, and this is the main branch, and we have mentioned the Jenkins file, right? This will run our Jenkins file from here. the Jenkins file. So in the Jenkins file, we mentioned the local user, right? So already make, or if you want, we can create some other user also. Let me say, let us create and then update. Let's go to the Jenkins, and inside the Jenkins, go to the dashboard and manage Jenkins. Why we are going? We are going to create a credentials, right? Manage Jenkins and go to the credentials. Here, click on system and global credentials. Now you can see the blue button saying add credentials. So you click on the credentials. I want the username and password. And this is the global one. Username is Takniki Gyan Guru. What is this credential is? This credential can be accessed. This credential will access to the shared resource. It's disconnected. We'll connect it again. Uh, Now you can see Takniki Gyan Guru and password will be okay. I have given the password and ID. Here we need to mention the ID such as local user, right? So I would say core user. Now we have to update this core user to our Jenkins file. Okay. Now go to the this one .NET Core and edit this one and go to the deploy, and here we need to change the name to core user, right? Once we made the change, just save it, update the username for share folder and commit change. Now looks fine. We'll see the folder is blank currently, and it is not run, application is not run. Let's go to the Jenkins dashboard and project is .NET Core SMS. Click on this. Now let us build this pipeline and see the log. Click on the and console output. Now you can see what is happening. Now the build is successed. Now go to the folder. Nothing is coming over here. Let's go to the let's move to the application and configure and go down. It's Jenkins, right? So go to the this one, say dot publish file. Okay, we need to update it, edit in place. It is not able to find the current directory. So let's update this one and then try. Okay, Jenkins file. Here we want to change dot and commit change. Okay, right. Now go to the Jenkins and come back to the pipeline and build it again. Go to the console for the output and wait. Now the pipeline is successed and we can go and check the core app. Right now you can see the core app. Inside the core app folder we have all these application, right? Published application is deployed. So now go to the browser and check the application is running or not. It's not coming over here. Let's go and check inside this one. Let's open inside here browser. Still not working. Let's go to the IIS manager. Looks like I can't see any error. So let's enable some, debug in error. Uh, Go to again control panel and program, turn on Windows features. Turn Windows features on and off, right? And go to IIS, Internet Information Service, and go to World Wide Web and enable all these things, right? So custom logging, http logging, login. I want everything. Anything happen in any case, give us some login detail, right? For IIS you can accept FTP. You can click all these web management and World Wide Web and okay. Now installation is complete. Close it. Go to IIS and click on the IIS and restart it again. It will take some time. It got restarted. Let's go to the URL and localhost. I guess localhost 80. Now I can see the error. Configure cannot read configuration file due to insufficient permission. Okay, so the IIS is not able to access the files into this one, the folder from the folder, right? The core app. So the IIS user don't have permission to access file from this folder. So IIS always has one user called IIS underscore IUSRS. So let's give the access to this folder. Go to properties, security, and add it and add IIS underscore IUSRS and check name. Yeah, and you can see the machine name IIS underscore IUSRS. Click OK and give the full permission. Apply. OK. Continue. Now go to the browser and refresh it again. Looks like the application is running. Take some time to refresh the page. Yeah, now you can see the application is coming. Now come to my machine, right? And 192.168.1.1. Run this. You can see the welcome to the student management system. You can go to the student. You can create new student. Create. You can edit. This application is got deployed, right? So this application currently deployed in one machine, right? We can deploy multiple machine. So this the demo is done. Let's move to the slide. So the demo is done, right? So now we have seen in earlier video we have seen how to build the Jenkins and the .NET Core application and publish the application in a folder or artifactory. And now today we have seen how we can enable or configure the IIS server, and then we deploy. We have found some issues while we are configuring the website. So yeah, so this is the demo is done. Now also you can also go and download these application, and you can practice how this CI/CD tool works. And in the meantime, if you have any question queries, or you are finding some difficulties of setting up these tools, so please comment me. I will definitely respond back to you. So thank you so much watching this video, and if you really like this video, please share, subscribe, like and comment, and we'll come back with new video very soon. Till then, thank you so much and bye.